They say happiness shared is happiness doubled, but I wish someone had told me that envy wears the face of your best friend. They say happiness shared is happiness doubled, but what they don't tell you is that betrayal cuts deeper when it comes from the hands that once held yours through everything. My name is Ife, and this is the story of how my brightest dream became my darkest nightmare. Not by an enemy, not by a stranger, but by the one person I would have died for, the one I called sister. This is why I will never ever share good news again, not even with the person I trusted most in this world. I was just another 26-year-old Nigerian babe living in a face me I face you in Ogba, the kind where you can hear your neighbor sneeze and know exactly what everyone is cooking for dinner. Every morning was a battle between NEPA and my suffering generator, and every night I scrolled through Instagram looking at other people's abroad success stories. I had dreams, yes, big, audacious ones. I wanted to leave Nigeria, Japa like everybody and their mother these days. But unlike them, I didn't have rich uncles in London or UK plug boyfriends sending me pounds. I didn't have parents with properties in Lekki. I had just me, my second-hand laptop and vibes. Plenty vibes, zero funds. Then one day, scrolling at 2 a.m. with my last 100 megabytes of data, I stumbled on a scholarship opportunity. Not just any scholarship, fully funded. Canada, Masters in Media and Communication at one of their best universities. The kind people kill for. The kind that changes your life forever. I applied with my old chest. Spent 3 weeks perfecting that personal statement. Then I forgot about it because, well, people like me don't win things like that. Until one dusty Thursday afternoon in March, while I was counting coins for Gary, my Gmail pinged. Congratulations, Ifoma Okoye. I screamed so loudly my neighbor thought I had seen a ghost, or worse, a rat. I danced barefoot in the compound like a mad woman. I cried, I laughed, I lost control. That kind of joy that makes you forget you are owing your landlord 2 months' rent and your phone is on 2% battery. And then, with shaking hands and tears still fresh on my face, I made the call that would change everything to Ada, my ride or die of 15 years. We met in JS1 when she defended me from the class bully. We had shared clothes, food, secrets, heartbreaks. She wiped my tears when my father died. I slept on her floor when my boyfriend threw me out. She was the Thelma to my Louis, the Beyonce to my Kelly. I called her, my voice cracking. Ada, I got it! I got it! The scholarship! Kadada! Silence. Then a soft, dry, wow, that's great. If I had paid attention, I would have heard it. The slight catch in her breath, the 2 second pause before great, the flatness where excitement should have been. But I was too blinded by my own joy to notice the shadow that crossed her face through the phone. She said she would come over that evening to celebrate. She came with wine and pizza from my favorite spot. We laughed, she hugged me tight, too tight now that I think about it. I'm so proud of you, she whispered. I thought it was genuine and I thought it was love. I didn't know I had just handed her the blueprint to my destruction. 1 week later, I was packing, dreaming, planning my new life. My phone pinged. Another email from the scholarship board. Dear Miss Okoye, we regret to inform you. Wait, what? They claimed I had submitted plagiarized documents, that my reference letters were fake, that my work samples were stolen, that someone who knew details only an insider would know, had reported my application as fraudulent with compelling evidence. My chest. It felt like someone had put Lagos traffic on top of it. I called, emailed, begged, sent more documents, explained, cried. Nothing. The offer was revoked, just like that. My dreams scattered like Gary in Amatan wind. I told Ada in tears. She rushed over, hugged me so tight, told me everything happens for a reason, that God has a better plan, that she would always be there for me. I believed her with every fiber of my being until 3 months later. I was scrolling on Instagram on a Tuesday night, still jobless, still confused, still eating sleep for dinner when I saw it. A picture of Ada at Murtala Mohammed International Airport with the caption, Canada, here I come. Dreams really do come true when you work hard and stay faithful. #blessed. #new beginnings. I dropped my phone like it was burning my fingers. I checked her bio. Incoming MA Media and Communication, Ontario. Same school, same program, same scholarship, same intake, the one I lost. My head was spinning like those old VCDs when they got scratched. I clicked on the university's page. There she was, featured in their Meet Our New International Scholars post. I screamed, not out of shock, but out of the ugliest kind of realization that turns your stomach inside out. That night, I couldn't sleep. I went through everything in my head like a detective with only one case to solve. She had access to my laptop that whole weekend when she came to celebrate. She had seen my documents, all of them. She had helped me edit them, claiming her English was better. She knew every detail, every reference, every contact. She must have used my template, swapped my name, submitted her own version, and then reported mine as fake to eliminate the competition. By morning, I couldn't cry. I just sat, empty, hollow, like someone had scooped out everything inside me with a rusty spoon. I sent her a voice note. Congrats, you got what you wanted. Hope it keeps you warm over there. I wonder how you will explain to God what you did to me. She left it unread. No reply, no denial, no explanation. Just silence. The kind that confirms everything. And then she blocked me. For 3 months after Ada left, I was a ghost of myself. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. My dreams felt like ashes in my mouth. Then one rainy night, after my 47th rejection letter, I received an email that made no sense from the British Embassy. Miss Okoye would like to invite you for an interview regarding your scholarship application to Oxford. What scholarship? What application? I had never applied to Oxford. When I arrived, a British woman with kind eyes handed me a folder. Someone submitted this application on your behalf with your personal statement, your transcripts, your work, but they requested anonymity. My heart stopped. Who would do this for me? The interviewer smiled. They only left a note saying they were making something right and you've been selected. Full scholarship, Oxford University, 1 in 10,000 applicants. One spot, mine. Sometimes the universe conspires to right a wrong in ways we could never imagine. 5 years later, I finished my master's, then my PhD, got hired by BBC. Life became beautiful again. I had almost forgotten about Ada. Almost. Until a message from a Canadian number appeared on my phone. Ife, it's me. I need your help. Please. Ada was in trouble. A very big one. She had climbed the corporate ladder in Canada, senior communications director at one of the biggest firms in Toronto, engaged to a wealthy Canadian, living the dream she stole from me, until they were doing background checks for a massive government contract, our biggest career breakthrough yet. They found discrepancies in our initial scholarship application. The university was reviewing our credentials, everything, our PR license, our residency, our job, our fiancé wouldn't know our past. Everything was at stake. Please, Ife, they are saying if my scholarship was fraudulent, my degree is invalid, my visa could be revoked, I could be deported, I could face criminal charges. They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but sometimes it is served by the universe with perfect timing. I had a choice. I could ignore her, let karma finish its job, or I could help the woman who destroyed my dreams once. I replied, send me everything. I discovered something shocking. The university hadn't found the fraud through random checking. Someone had sent them a package with evidence dated exactly 5 years from the day Ada had stolen my scholarship, the same day I graduated with my PhD. Some say it was another student who knew the truth. Others say it was someone from the scholarship board who suspected all along. But I have my theories. Ada had 72 hours before our final hearing with Immigration Canada. I agreed to testify at her hearing via Zoom. Ada looked broken on the screen, older, smaller somehow, terrified. The immigration officer asked, Miss Okoye, you claim to have information relevant to this case. I took a deep breath. Yes, I do. In that moment, I held Ada's fate in my hands, the same way she once held mine. Ada Nwosu and I grew up together in Nigeria. She's like a sister to me. I knew about her application because we were both applying for scholarships that year. We helped each other. The documents are similar because we use the same format, the same references, but she didn't steal anything from me. Miss Okoye, are you aware that lying to immigration authorities is a criminal offense? I'm not lying. I am the BBC's ethics correspondent now. I wouldn't risk my career. Ada earned a scholarship. The officer made notes, asked a few questions, then said they would make their decision within 24 hours. That night, I received a voice note from Ada. I almost didn't play it. Then I did. Ife, why? After what I did to you, why would you lie for me? And then I sent back only this: I didn't lie for you, Ada. I lied for me, because carrying it was getting too heavy, and because now you will live knowing you owe your entire life to the person you betrayed. That's a debt you can never repay. But know this: we are not even. We will never be even, and we will never speak again. 24 hours later, Ada was cleared of fraud allegations. She kept her job, her visa, her life, but she lost something else that day: the illusion that her success was her own. 3 months after the hearing, I received a package. Inside was a legal document. Ada had listed me as the sole beneficiary to a Canadian life insurance policy worth $2 million, with a note: "You gave me my life back. I have nothing else to give. Please accept this, not as repayment, but as acknowledgement." I donated the policy to a scholarship fund for Nigerian girls, named after both our mothers. And then I truly let go. So if you are listening to this and you just got that job, that visa, that breakthrough, yes, celebrate in silence. Yes, protect your joy. But know this too: sometimes your biggest betrayal becomes your greatest liberation. Sometimes losing everything is the only way to find what you are truly capable of. And sometimes the person who tried to destroy you accidentally sets you free. I don't hate Ada anymore. I pity her, because she has to live as a shadow of someone else's dream, while I got to become the fullest version of myself. The scholarship she stole was worth $50,000. The life I built instead, priceless. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your success story, but not every betrayal deserves to be the main character in yours. Subscribe for more real life stories every day. Drop a comment. What would you have done in the first position?